Pakistan and many other developing countries are worried about the expected outcome of the US debt default agreement. The US debt default date, that is called X date, has become one of the hottest topic in the international media. Leaders from Congress, Democrats, Republicans, and the White House are trying to reach an agreement to lift the federal debt ceiling to avert an unprecedented US default. If they fail and the government cannot meet its payments, then there would be a complete chaos in the country and around the globe.
By the end of the week, US Republicans and Democrats were still locked in intense negotiations. The primary point of contention was the Republican insistence on imposing spending limits over the next decade as part of the deal. They proposed restricting overall federal spending to fiscal 2022 levels. Conversely, President Joe Biden and Democratic leaders advocated for raising the debt ceiling without any attached conditions. The preceding two US administrations have incurred significant expenses. Republican Donald Trump prioritized tax cuts, while Democrat Joe Biden emphasized infrastructure development. Additionally, military spending has continued to rise, and the COVID-19 pandemic necessitated substantial additional expenditures. Consequently, the urgency surrounding the debt ceiling issue has intensified.
The international banking, financial sector, money market, especially the Sri Lankan, Pakistan, and many other developing countries are worried about the expected outcome of the US debt default agreement. The US debt default would stop federal payments, which would hurt the entire economy. It would hurt the stock exchange, it would hurt the economy even more, and so on. And the economy would contract by as much as it did during the 2008 Great Recession. More than 60 million people receives monthly social security payment in US, mostly seniors and the people from armed forces of America. A similar number depends on medical care for their health insurance, and millions of people would be in a difficult position.
In the event of a debt default, the value of stocks and the dollar could plummet, leading to severe volatility in the United States and potentially impacting global markets. The global perception of America's crucial role in the global economy may undergo a permanent change. As highlighted by the Times, foreign investors and governments hold 7.6 trillion US dollars of US debt, representing 31% of the total. This ownership is vital for maintaining the favorable financing terms that the US government has historically enjoyed. However, the risk associated with holding US debt could escalate following a default, consequently diminishing the dollar's central position in international trade.
And that's why the economy has been politicized, which is not good sign for the people of US, for the people of the many regional countries, and of course the people living around the globe.